Now they say when you need a doctor, never go see Dr. Acula. Why? Because all he ever does is want to draw your blood. Let's talk about the scariest action figures of 1980. Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman. I'm coming back at you with a new video. That's right. So what are we going to talk about today? The scariest action figure line ever made. At least the scariest action figure made for 1979 or 1980. We're going to talk about the Remco's Universal Monsters. Now, before we get started, let me do a shameless plug. If you want to support this channel, head over to patreon.com. We got some exclusive contents, commentary on videos, and more going on over there. So become a Patreon supporter. We even have the Junkman junk box being mailed out soon. And if you'd like to support this channel another way, you can go over to thatjunkman.com and buy some cool t-shirts like this Space Giants t-shirt. Do you remember Space Giants? You better. And we also have some new shirts like this one right here. And that wasn't a fart. My chair squeaks really bad. See, it's not a fart. And this new shirt. Now let's get to it. In 1979, Remco released Universal Monsters. These were the classic Universal Monsters that all your parents grew up on. Now these were made in 1979 for a 1980 release date. Their plan was to compete against The Empire Strikes Back and the new action figures by Kenner for The Empire Strikes Back line. They kept them the same size. Oh, fuck. Okay, guys, hold on. Sorry about that. My, had a light just fall. Be right back. Sorry. Whew. Oh. Let's hope that doesn't do, because I'm here. Oh, let's hope that doesn't do that again, because I'm sitting here talking about the scariest action figures ever made, and then part of my light fixture falls down and scares me. Oh. Now, where was I? Oh, the Remco Universal Monsters, released in 1980 to compete with The Empire Strikes Back. Now, I'm not really sure how popular this line was. I had Dracula. And being that he was the same size as my Star Wars figures, he ended up in my Star Wars collection. I remember I would always use him as a background character in my Cantina playset. I kind of forgot all about this line until last week. I was like, what was that Dracula action figure I had? Now, they didn't make many of them, so let's run down the list and take a look at each one. Let's start with the Creature, the one from the Black Lagoon. I don't know why I have to tell you that. What other creature could we be talking about? But that's what it is, Creature. We always have to say from the Black Lagoon. And here he is. Take a look at him. He's all green. So what was cool about these action figures? They were glow in the dark. But here he is, the Creature from the Black Lagoon, with very bright red lipstick. Not sure why he has lipstick. Or maybe it's a she. Next up, let's take a look at the Phantom. No, not the Phantom of the Menace. We're talking about the Phantom of the Grand Ole Opry. Wait, no, we're not. We're talking about the Phantom of the Opera. This guy, the Phantom of the Opera guy, man, he scared me as a kid. I remember being really little and had a book with his picture in it, and it would terrify me, and I couldn't help but look at it. I had to be really little, but it really scarred me for life. To me, the character, at least in the silent film, to the Phantom of the Opera, is horrifying. And here he is with a vinyl cape, kind of like a Star Wars figure, with a red tie and a red vest. Next up, we have Frankenstein. Now let's talk. Okay, I'm going to tell you this before you put it in the comment section. Before you say, Junkman, there is no Frankenstein. That's Frankenstein's monster. The doctor was named Frankenstein. We all know who Frankenstein is. He's the guy they created, and it's technically called Frankenstein's monster. We all know that, but people call it Frankenstein for short. And the package calls it the Frankenstein monster. Probably one of the most scariest movie villains to wear a sports coat. You have to give it to old Squarehead. He always dressed nice, with his sports coat and his big, thick boots. Here he is, being scary. Frankenstein, you one ugly dude. Okay, let's look at the hairiest of all the figures. He's a DJ from California known as the Wolfman. Wait a minute, that's a different Wolfman. That's Wolfman Jack. We're talking about the Wolfman. And here he is, the Wolfman. I don't know about you, but it's kind of silly looking. At least the figure is silly looking and the actual picture on the card. But he, like all the other figures, glows in the dark. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite mummy. You knew I was going to do a mummy joke, didn't you? Here he is, all wrapped up in bandages, the mummy. Don't have much I can say about this. Although it looks like the mummy, you have to admit it's kind of a boring figure. It's all one color. But really, what else could you do for the mummy? And next up we have the rarest of the line, the Invisible Man. Let's take a look at it. He's so rare I couldn't find a picture of him on card. But here he is, the Invisible Man. Gotcha, didn't I? Let's look at the last one, the one I had, so he's my personal favorite. Dracula. Now they say when you need a doctor, never go see Dr. Acula. Why? Because all he ever does is want to draw your blood. That's a funny joke right there. You can use that one tomorrow at work. When you go to work, tell everybody that joke. It's an old one, but it's a classic. Let's look at Dracula. And here he is. I want to drink your blood. I used to do that all the time. I want to drink your blood. I don't know why. I remember playing with this action figure as a kid, and I always say, I want to drink your blood. Horrible. Southern accent trying to do a Dracula accent. Ugh. But here he is. From Universal Monster Series, Count Dracula. Look at him with his fangs and his vinyl cape. Very cool. And he also would glow in the dark like all the other figures from the line. And don't worry, they didn't do just action figures. They also made a cool playset. So, let's take a look at it. And here it is, the Paul Riser. The Mini Monsterizer. Although it doesn't look like much, it's got it where it counts. It's pretty cool looking. Just strap in your figure and turn the crank. Now your action figure is ready to come alive and stalk the countryside. And, like the figures, it glows in the dark. But you had to have a way to carry these figures. So don't worry, they had a carrying case also. That's right, they didn't hold back. They released everything, figures, playsets, and a carrying case. Let's take a look at it. And here it is, the Mini Monster Play Case. And this is probably the coolest action figure carrying case ever. Look at it. It looks like a haunted house. And then you open it up, and where do you put your figures? Well, you can put your mummy in a coffin. You can put Frankenstein in a casket. And the other ones, I guess, just sit around in the playset. But still, it looks pretty cool. It's like a playset and a carrying case all in one. It's very cool if you ask me. This is a great action figure line. They also did an 8-inch scale line and even a series of hand puppets. But I'll save those for another video one day. Maybe. Anyway, that's a look at the 1980 Universal Monster Series. Did you have these figures? Did you know about them? Tell me in the comments below, and if they're new to you, would you like to have them? They look great with your Star Wars figures, especially to hang out in the Cantina playset. I want to thank you for watching. As always, please thumb up this video so I know you like my content, and YouTube knows you like it and recommends it to more people. And please subscribe to the channel. I'll be back very soon with a whole new video. Now Fred, take us out of here.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.